lads, we're back for another video. Today we're building a pretty cheap team, but an overpowered team that scores goals and wins matches. They are a French league team, so there's some pretty good players in there. Without further ado, there's the team. Okay, so looking at the goalkeeper, we went with 82 rated Kevin Trapp. I always just go for a solid goalkeeper, always kind of cheap, nothing crazy going on there. I want to spend my coins on a different player. Sure, if you had unlimited funds, go get the best goalkeeper, but I really like Kevin Trapp. Now moving on to the defence, we got Non-Rea Raphael, great player, really liked using him, just wasn't 100% sure on his defensive capabilities, but he did it well. Now moving on to centre backs, we went in with Umtiti and Marquinhos, all solid. Definitely that Non-Rea Umtiti, he's a god. He just defends everything. Left back is a player I've never heard of before. Kurzawa plays for PSG, solid. The defence was solid, but now we're getting into spending a bit of coin. Now, when it comes to the midfielders, I like my Valbuena's types, speedy and skilly. And he's that. He's small, he dinks around, great dribbling. Now, I always like to spend money on a couple of players, and in this team, it was Cam, and I would always suggest spending money on your Cam. Javier Pastore was by far the most expensive player, and he kind of outshone nearly everyone. He has the dribbling, the skills, the shooting, the passing, it's all there. Matuidi is a great supplement to him. He just bombs up and down the pitch. Now, coming up to the front three, you got a bit of cheap in there and a bit of money spent. With Alessandri, cheap god. If you haven't used him, use him. He does everyone. He's quick, he's skillful, he's just a great player. Now Cavani is someone I haven't used before, and I just wanted to try him out because it doesn't make sense that he's crap. Because he's such a high rated card and he's got great shooting stats, but in previous years he just wasn't very good. Now El Shaarawy is a player who's very cheap this year, always kind of cheap. I feel he's even cheaper this year. And every year in FIFA, I really like him. He's just one of those players that you just like. There's just players in this game that you're like, okay, I like playing with him. El Shaarawy was always that guy for me, scoring these ridiculous finesse goals from 30 yards out in previous FIFAs. He doesn't necessarily cut the mustard in this game, but he's still a good player. And Cavani, I just want to talk about him again. He's a god. If you haven't used Cavani, use him. He scores goals for fun. He doesn't have the skills, but frankly, it doesn't matter because he scores goals. He's in the team to score the goals, and he complements so well with the two speedy wingers that are just going to be coming up and down the pitch, crossing the ball in. He's tall, not necessarily the eye cross, but if you're going down that option, he's a great option for that, just a complete striker. Now there's the team, let's go check out some highlights.
As we jump into the highlights, our little left back, who I'd never heard of before, Kurzawa, goes on a bit of a run, plays a lovely little 1-2 with Valbuena, gets the ball back, and the shot is pathetic, but with his right foot and he's a left back, you can't really complain. But let's just talk about the wingers here, as they're both in action. El Shaarawy passes it out to Alessandri. So solid, so cheap, and they're just amazing. They got the scoring, they've got the skills, they've got the dribbling, they're just overall great wingers, and that's just a decent finish by Cavani, and that's what he's in the team to do, because you have high-powered wingers that are going to get up and down the wings and score goals, and then you've got this man in the middle that's just in the team to do one thing, and to put the ball in the back of the net, and that's what Cavani excels at. He doesn't excel at skills, because he's 3-star skiller, he's not the quickest, whatnot, but he's good at scoring. You give him a chance, he generally scores. Obviously, he's not going to score every chance, but he scores more than most. Lovely little move in here by El Shaarawy. Falls to Valbuena, almost goes down, keeps fighting, and at the end of the day, that was a Cavani goal. I mean, it must have just literally grazed him, because I think it would have gone in anyway. Valbuena's got a pretty good shot on him, but I was kind of surprised he didn't go down there. He kind of held up, and then bang, right in off Cavani's back. Actually having a second look at that, maybe Cavani did more. A little poacher. Now Alessandri comes in here, and probably Alessandri was the standout player. Pastore played really well, as you can see right here. I mean, just does a lovely little move there. Bang. I mean, he's just a great Cam. Cam's so important. You want a quality player there. There's some players where you want to spend money on, some positions, and then there's some positions that you can kind of plug in anyone as long as they have certain stats. Cam, I feel, is a position you just need to spend the money on in a team if you've got the money. If it's an expensive team, you want to spend the money on a Cam and maybe a striker, but maybe a Cam even more. And as Cavani here is just dancing around, and he gets kind of unlucky there, hits the post, great chance for him. But Pastore, he just bossed it, and he was probably one of the more expensive players, as I was talking about earlier. but he's just such a good player, and he does everything well. Now, El Shaarawy, he's not as good as he has been previously, honestly. I didn't really think like last year and the years before, like, I really loved that card. When he was at AC Milan, just loved it. He was decent, you know, and he's cheap, and I would maybe suggest using him. He's got a bit more pace than the likes of Lavetti is another option in that position. But Matuidi, great midfielder. I talked about Alessandri, just a god. The defense was so solid, so quick. Raphael and the Kuzua, great fullbacks, and the goalkeeper, Kevin Trapp, he does his job. He makes a few saves. Great movement there by El Shaarawy. But he just didn't put it in the back of the net. Great little rebound by my boy Matuidi. And as we bring an end to this video, Matuidi gets the ball. I really like this team. I suggest playing with this team. This team is perfect for season play, cup play, what have you. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, follow me on Twitter @FIFA Wisdom, and make sure you subscribe so you catch all my videos. And I'm out. Bye bye.